the discipline that made Khabib unstoppable. And Kondjolitsi, there was a time when nobody knew his name, no championship belts, no sold-out arenas, no interviews, no cameras following his every move. Just a young boy running through the mountains of Dagestan. The air was cold, the roads were rough, and the future was uncertain. Most people look at Khabib Nurmagomedov and see an undefeated champion, a dominant fighter, a legend of mixed martial arts. But what made Khabib special was never his record. It was never the gold around his waist. And it certainly wasn't natural talent. It was discipline. A type of discipline that most people admire, but very few are willing to develop, because discipline is easy when life is going your way. The real test comes when you're tired, when nobody is watching, when progress is slow, when excuses seem reasonable. That is where champions are created, and that is where Khabib was forged. Growing up in Dagestan was different from growing up in most places. Life was simple, but it wasn't easy. There were no shortcuts, no instant gratification, no luxury. The people there understood something many have forgotten. Comfort creates weakness, challenge creates strength. From a young age, Khabib's father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, demanded excellence, not perfection. Excellence, there is a difference. Perfection is impossible. Excellence is a choice every day. His father wasn't trying to create a fighter. He was trying to create a man with values, a man with discipline, a man capable of doing difficult things even when he didn't feel like doing them. Most people spend their lives searching for motivation. They wait for inspiration. They wait for the perfect mood. They wait until they feel ready. Khabib learned something different. Action comes first. Feelings come later. The mountain doesn't care if you're motivated. The training doesn't care how you feel. Reality rewards action, not intention. This lesson became the foundation of his life. Every morning he trained, every evening he trained, not because it was exciting, not because it was fun, because it was necessary. While other children were looking for entertainment, Khabib was building habits. While others searched for comfort, he was building discipline. And that discipline would eventually become his greatest weapon. Years later, people would ask him, "What makes you so mentally strong?" The answer wasn't complicated. He had simply practiced doing hard things for a very long time. That's all discipline really is, the repeated decision to do what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like doing it. Most people underestimate how powerful this is. They look for secrets, they search for hacks, they want shortcuts, but greatness is rarely complicated. It's often boring. Repetition, consistency, patience, day after day, week after week, year after year. The reason discipline is so rare is because it doesn't feel exciting. Results are exciting. Discipline isn't. The world celebrates champions. Nobody celebrates the years they spent becoming one. Nobody applauds the early mornings. Nobody applauds the sacrifices. Nobody applauds the lonely work. But that is where success is built. Long before anyone notices, long before the reward arrives, long before the recognition comes. Khabib understood this, his father understood this, and that understanding separated him from almost everyone else. There is a story often told about Khabib's upbringing. People talk about the bear, the training, the mountains, the hardship, but those stories miss the deeper lesson. The lesson wasn't about wrestling bears. The lesson was about becoming comfortable with discomfort. Most people spend their lives avoiding discomfort. The disciplined person moves toward it, not because they enjoy suffering, because they understand growth lives there. Think about your own life. How many opportunities have you missed because something felt uncomfortable? How many conversations have you avoided? How many goals have you delayed? How many dreams have you postponed? Not because they were impossible, because they were uncomfortable. The truth is simple. Discomfort is the price of growth, Every skill you want lives on the other side of discomfort. Every goal, every improvement, every transformation. Khabib didn't become exceptional because he avoided discomfort. He became exceptional because he embraced it. This is why discipline beats talent. Talent is a gift. Discipline is a decision, and decisions can be made by anyone. Talent may help you start ahead, but discipline determines who wins in the end. There are talented people everywhere, people with potential, people with intelligence, people with ability, yet many never accomplish what they're capable of. Why? Because potential means nothing without discipline. The world is full of talented people who never became great, but it is very difficult to find a disciplined person who remains average forever. Eventually discipline wins, eventually consistency wins, eventually habits win. Khabib's career became proof of this principle. Fight after fight, year after year, he continued improving. Not dramatically, not overnight, gradually, one step at a time, one training session at a time, one lesson at a time. This is another thing disciplined people understand. Success is not an event, it's a process. Most people focus on outcomes. Disciplined people focus on systems. Outcomes are outside your control. Systems are not. You cannot control whether life rewards you immediately. You can control whether you show up today. You cannot control what other people think. You can control your effort. You cannot control luck. You can control preparation. Khabib built his life around these principles. That's why pressure rarely affected him, because pressure reveals preparation. When difficult moments arrived, he didn't panic. He trusted his work. Confidence built on praise is fragile. Confidence built on preparation is powerful. One disappears when criticism arrives, the other survives everything. Every workout, every sacrifice, every challenge, every uncomfortable decision, all of them became evidence. Evidence that he could handle adversity, evidence that he could survive pressure, evidence that he was ready. This is where true confidence comes from. Not positive thinking, not motivational quotes, not pretending to be fearless. Confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. Every time you do what you said you would do, your confidence grows. Every time you quit, it weakens. Khabib's confidence wasn't built in the octagon. It was built long before he entered it. This is something many people fail to understand. Champions don't suddenly become champions on fight night. They become champions during the years nobody is watching. The competition is simply the final exam. The real work happens beforehand. Imagine if you approached your life this way. Imagine if you treated every day as preparation, every workout, every book, every difficult conversation, every challenge. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, you would see them as training, because that's what they are. Life is training. Every day presents an opportunity to become stronger or weaker. The choice belongs to you. One of the reasons Khabib inspired so many people was his humility. Despite all his success, he remained grounded. He never acted like he was above the work. He never believed he was bigger than the process. That humility protected him. Success often destroys people, not because success is dangerous, because ego is. The moment you think you've arrived, growth stops. The moment you think you've learned enough, improvement ends. Khabib never stopped being a student, and that's why he continued growing. There's another lesson hidden inside his story. Discipline is not punishment. Many people think discipline means suffering. It doesn't. Discipline is freedom. The disciplined person is free from excuses, free from laziness, free from emotional decision making, free from regret, because discipline creates options. The undisciplined person feels free in the moment, but eventually becomes trapped by consequences. The disciplined person sacrifices comfort now and gains freedom later. Khabib understood this, his father understood this, and now it's your turn to understand it too. Because whether you want success in business, sports, relationships, health, or life, the principle remains the same. Discipline wins, not sometimes, not occasionally, almost always. When talent and discipline compete over the long term, discipline wins. When motivation disappears, discipline remains. When excuses appear, discipline acts. When life becomes difficult, discipline continues moving forward. That is why Khabib became unstoppable. Not because he was special, because he was consistent. Not because he was gifted, because he was disciplined. And the beautiful thing about discipline is that it belongs to everyone. You don't need to be born with it. You don't need permission to develop it. You simply need to start one decision, one habit, one action at a time. The mountains of Dagestan built a champion, but the lesson they taught applies to all of us. Do what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it, because motivation comes and goes, talent can be wasted, luck is unreliable. But discipline changes everything.